the rallying cry of Morocco's youth has exploded into the streets. What began as peaceful protests over crumbling hospitals has spiraled into the country's worst unrest in years. At the heart of it all, a mysterious online movement. GenZ 212 unites tens of thousands through social media. As anger over inequality collides with Morocco's World Cup dreams, the nation teeters on the brink. Anti-government protests that initially rallied for social justice reforms turned deadly in Al Qlia, near the coastal city of Agadir in southern Morocco. Local authorities said 2 people were killed and several others suffered injuries when security forces used firearms to prevent a group of individuals from stealing their weapons on the night of October 1st. The protests, which began on September 27th in Agadir over poor hospital conditions, quickly spread to other cities. On the night of September 30th, young men brandished knives and threw Molotov cocktails and stones. An Interior Ministry spokesperson said in a statement that 409 people were taken into police custody. Local authorities said the group managed to set fire to a part of the facility and to a vehicle, forcing security forces to use firearms in self-defense. Officials, however, did not disclose how many were injured in the incident. Authorities initially responded with attempts to quash the rallies, but the demonstrations escalated into widespread unrest. Officials said security forces had to use firearms in self-defense after tear gas failed to stop the group from storming into the security forces' gendarmerie facility. On the night of October 1st, violence spread to Saleh, near the capital Rabat, where groups of young men in densely populated neighborhoods. According to a Reuters report, protesters hurled stones at police, looted shops, set banks ablaze, and torched police vehicles.
Peace be upon you. I don't have much to say, but I saw the demonstration and it was peaceful. Contrary to what was circulated on Facebook, there was no incitement to use knives or any other disturbance. Some security officers were swearing and insulting people. My friend and I walked past but did not join the protest. However, the security officers still insulted us and told us to go home.
Similar demonstrations took place in several other Moroccan cities, with participants demanding improved living conditions and social justice. In Tangier, on the Strait of Gibraltar, young men threw stones at security forces. Smaller towns in the Sousse region, near Agadir, saw for the second consecutive night some of the most intense unrest. In Sidi Bibi, masked youths burned the commune headquarters and blocked a main road, said local resident Hassan Bakouz. The Interior Ministry of Morocco added that it would uphold the right to protest within legal boundaries and pledged to respond with restraint and self-control, avoiding provocation. With demands for better education and healthcare, the demonstrations have been organised online by a loosely formed anonymous youth group calling itself GenZ 212. Moroccan media reported that the group has used platforms such as TikTok, Instagram, and Discord to mobilise support. The protests were coordinated by young people across multiple cities after discussions on the social platform Discord. The GenZ 212 movement is inspired by similar youth-led protests in Asia and Latin America. Membership in GenZ 212's Discord server has surged from around 3,000 to more than 130,000, reflecting the rapid growth of the youth-led protest movement. On September 30th, in posts on social media sites discussing the protests, the GenZ 212 group said it rejected violence and was committed to continuing peaceful protests. It said it had no conflict with the security forces, only with the government. So far, out of the 409 people taken into police custody following the unrest, 193 will face trial on charges including arson, ransacking, and attacking security forces. Morocco is protesting due to systemic failures in public healthcare and education, high youth unemployment, and perceived government misallocation of funds towards international sporting events like the 2030 FIFA World Cup instead of essential social services. The central demands of the protesters include improving the public healthcare system, reforming education, creating job opportunities for youth, reducing spending on sports infrastructure, and combating institutional corruption. These demands emerged against a backdrop of 35.8% youth unemployment and a fragile healthcare system, highlighted by the tragic death of 8 women during childbirth at a public hospital in Agadir. According to the World Health Organization, Morocco has only 7.7 doctors per 10,000 people, far below the recommended 25, with some regions like Agadir reporting as low as 4.4 per 10,000. A major point of contention is the government's allocation of resources toward hosting the 2030 FIFA World Cup and the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, which many view as misplaced priorities. Protesters have voiced slogans such as, "Stadiums are here, but where are the hospitals?" to underscore the disparity between lavish stadium construction and deteriorating public services. Animal welfare concerns have also been raised over the killing of stray dogs during event preparations, further fueling public anger. The Moroccan government has acknowledged the social demands and expressed willingness to engage in dialogue, while also praising the balanced reaction of security forces. However, human rights organisations such as the Moroccan Association for Human Rights have condemned the police response as a security crackdown and a violation of the constitutional right to peaceful protest.